Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101, and today I got something very, very special for you guys. AMD, is it better than GameStop? Is it more riskier? Is it more undervalued? But we're going to get into the video, and I'm going to give you the information to make you guys some real good money. So let's get right into it. So AMD already is up to $82.23. Now it's fluctuating right now, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into why I believe that AMD would do a lot better than GameStop already. First and foremost, let's go right over to GameStop and see why I don't believe you should be wasting your money. First and foremost, according to Yahoo Finance, GameStop is absolutely overvalued. Absolutely overvalued. If you look at their revenue, if you look at their earnings, as you can tell, they have missed their actual estimates. And if you go on their competitors, everybody's been doing better than they have. Now, what they're trying to tell you here is over the midterm and long term that you guys will probably be making more money with GameStop than more so than not. Do not forget that AMC versus GameStop, I will still probably go with AMC versus GameStop. GameStop, how you gonna make any money when essentially you close over 1,000 stores within the last year? But let me tell you why AMD is more profitable than both of those companies long term, whether you're gonna buy options or individual shares. Let me get into this and let me tell you absolutely why. When I go over and I look at the CEO of AMD, I'm looking at Lisa Su and why her company is more valuable long term than any of these other companies that everybody's ranting and raving about, whether it be Tesla, AMC, GameStop, etc. Let me tell you where you should put your money at. You should put your money in AMD options, call options that is, and AMD stocks long term. This is why I believe that AMD is more valuable than AMC and GameStop put together. If you're not in on the short seller list, if you're not in the Wall Street Bets group, then you're not going to make any money at all. Let me tell you that. First and foremost, what you need to understand is under the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, AMD, Lisa Su have filed to sell a lot of her stocks that she actually have in AMD. Let's break it down even further. For you guys who are not aware of the SE Form 4, this lets you know what people are actually doing with their own particular stocks. So here we go right here. Lisa T, who is the president and CEO of Advanced Micro Devices, okay? Do you understand that just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, the M here means merge, the S means sell. She has sold 13,016 shares of AMD. What has that done for her stock? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the one thing that is done for her stock. When we go back, it has increased the overall volume. And when you look at AMD, what does Yahoo Finance says? That it is undervalued, that the current volume of AMD is only 2 million. The average volume is 43 million. And then when I versus that and I look at it, I'm looking at, again, GameStop is overvalued. And you look at their volume here, it's only 1.5 million to a whopping 11 million average. And as the market is ticking, you have to understand what's going on. And I'm looking at all the news that's pertinent to GameStop. I don't want to put my money here. I don't want you guys to lose any money, because if you're not watching the stock market, if you're not part of the short sellers list when it comes to GameStop, then you're going to absolutely lose a lot of your money. So what you should be doing is looking at AMD and investing into a company that essentially the CEO has sold off a lot of her shares. Here's the thing about understanding the volume and the volume average. Stay with me. So anytime that you see that the volume of the amount of stocks that you can absolutely purchase, the ones that you can absolutely invest in is at 50%, is letting you know automatically in a market where semiconductors and microchips are at a decline, but the demand is very high. It lets you know this is the type of stock that you want to get into. What are we doing with GameStop? What are we doing? A group of Wall Street bets guys got into it to control and short squeeze the stock. That has no mathematics behind it. You guys can go in and look in the SEC forms. There's really no rhyme or reason, because when I looked inside of their stock, let me show you what I've seen here. This is very, very important. This is the last time that the CEO has done anything with his own shares of a company. Here we go. Sherman George, GameStop Chief Executive Officer, the CEO. The last time he's done anything with GameStop was back in April 18th. And what did he do with his stock? D means dispose of. He disposed of 1.4 million of the shares that he had in his stock. Again, he has disposed of 1.4 million using the same tactic. See, when you dispose of it versus you selling it, you still have an added assertive interest of you acquiring that stock back when you sell it. But when you dispose of it, it's like, think about the word dispose and think about the word sale. The point about this is when you sell a stock, think about it. When you sell a stock, you get cash in return. Okay. And you also have the option later on to go back and buy if it's available. But when you dispose of something, you get rid of it, you destroy it, you trash it. It goes to the dump. Okay. Disposing of the stock. And he disposed 1.4 million of the shares. But the CEO and owner of AMD, Lisa Su, she sold her stock, okay, making it more valuable, increasing the volume of the stock. So you guys have to be very cognizant of what's going on. So when you're thinking about stocks to buy, I don't care that AMD is currently at $80-something per share. This should not alarm you at all. What this should do is say, okay, well, this is at a discounted price. Because when you look at the forecasted amount, ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely telling you that this is a valuable stock. One thing we need to take a pause on, and I want to inform you guys that is something very important on the GameStop form. You see this code here, D for disposal. Essentially, it tells you about a company that they must file a notice 15 days after the first sale of their security, their assets, for the purpose that the date of the first sale is the date of which the first investor irrevocably contractually commit to invest. They're getting rid of this stock. Guess what the price is? Absolutely zero. That is ridiculous. That is simply ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. You should be very mindful. You should be very cognizant of what's going on in the stock market. So there you have it. It doesn't take a lot of time to give you this information today, because I'm looking at what the CEOs and the owners are doing of these particular stocks. And Lisa Su, she is absolutely telling you that her stock is valuable because she's only selling 100,000 out of the million that she absolutely has. And when I look at the volume over time, even when it comes to Yahoo Finance, you know what it's telling me? First and foremost, that this particular stock is undervalued. That is undervalued. And when you're looking at the revenue, when you're looking at the competition, it is absolutely telling you that these numbers right here, midterm and long term, those are raw analytics. And absolutely, this is where they trick you and tell you that something is not going to be valuable. And if you see that the stock price would drop, but the first and foremost you have to do is believe in a stock and also do your research in the stock and then buy it when they're telling you not to buy it. Because if you notice, when they tell you not to buy it and you sell your shares, more times than not, what happens? Those shares soar up after you sell your stocks. That's why I continue to tell you guys to buy Plug Power. I continue to tell you guys to buy NEO. So I'm telling you right now, I don't care if you have $5, $10, $15, $20, even though that AMD is at $80 per share, buy. We know that this is not professional financial advice, but this is financial information and entertainment. So hopefully you take my advice of my information and buy AMD, because you know what? I'll be the one making some money. Learn money and be inspired. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. TGIF. You guys have a great and wonderful weekend. Peace.